Hey guys, what is going on? I'm back. We have so much NBA stuff to talk about. So the reason I haven't been posting videos is because I actually lost power because of the tropical storm that was here in New York. I was out of power for a few days and then I was out of Wi-Fi for a few more days even after I got my power back. So yeah, now everything is good and the lights will hopefully stay on and the Wi-Fi will hopefully stay on. Hopefully no more tropical storms, but everyone is good and that's what's important. But because I had no power, because I had no cable or Wi-Fi, I couldn't watch the games. And I had such FOMO during the NBA games because, even though we had no power, I was able to charge my phone. And I would check Twitter occasionally. I would try not to too much because, gotta try to save that phone battery. And the thing I saw on Twitter that really made me miss watching the games and really made me feel like, oh my gosh, I'm missing so much, was that Devin Booker game-winning shot. I went on Twitter, I saw that, I saw everyone going crazy over that, and I was like, I really need to get power back soon. This is, I feel like I'm missing some of the best basketball ever. And the bubble has been amazing. The basketball in the bubble, I should say, has been amazing. I don't know if it's because we haven't seen basketball in so long, but I feel like it's because, the games are actually good. Like, it's like the performances we're seeing from some of these players are amazing. The lower seed teams are, really coming to play. The Trailblazers have had, 4 quality wins. Dame dropped 51 last night after he missed those free throws versus the Clippers and all that drama. And, came back last night, dropped 51 points. And, the Grizzlies, they haven't been too great in the bubble. Jaren Jackson Jr. is out with an injury, and he's not going to be returning. I believe it's a meniscus tear. Don't quote me on that. But that 8th seed, the Blazers could, it's likely, they could really be that 8th seed. And if the Blazers keep playing this way and Dame keeps playing this way, and we know how Dame, how he performs in the playoffs and, how he hit that big shot in the playoffs, things can get really interesting. So the Blazers, the Trailblazers, yeah, they could be that 8th seed. Then we have the Nets, who had some surprising wins, some pretty big wins against some good teams. And, I forgot to say this about the Trailblazers. Of course, I'm a Knicks fan, so gotta give a shout out to Melo for hitting some big shots, and it was nice to see everyone just giving love to Melo on Twitter. That's something else I saw on Twitter when I had no power. Everyone just giving love to Melo. You love to see it. You love to see Melo get love. Then the Suns, of course. I talked about this shot, the Devin Booker shot. But Suns are undefeated in the bubble as of right now. They're playing the Thunder as I'm recording this, so they might not be undefeated after this video or by the time you watch this video, but I don't know. You tell me in the comments. But they're undefeated in the bubble, and of course that Devin Booker game-winning shot was just incredible. Just the iconic celebration laying on the floor. That is such an exciting team to watch, and like I said, I'm a Knicks fan. So yeah, there's been those rumors about Devin Booker possibly ending up in New York somehow because of his relationship with Leon Rose. And as I watch these Devin Booker replays and these Devin Booker highlights, and I, see that clip on Twitter of him hitting the game-winning shot, I'm like, don't get your hopes up. Like, half my brain is like, oh my gosh, imagine him in the Garden. And then the other half of my brain is like, don't do this to yourself again. You're just going to get hurt like you were last year in free agency. So I have that in the back of my head, but I'm just trying to, enjoy watching the Suns play as a fan of basketball. I'm trying not to think about, things in Knicks terms, which is hard to do as a Knicks fan, I'm always getting my hopes up. It's not good. Speaking about some great performances, TJ Warren has just been going crazy in the bubble. His first game drops 53 points, just the first game back. Yes, I'm just going to drop 53. And then versus the Lakers, drops 39, hits a really big shot at the end of the game. Just being TJ Warren. This is bubble TJ Warren, and bubble TJ Warren is one of the best players in the bubble right now. Luka Doncic, another guy who's been going crazy in the bubble. Last game versus the Bucks, 36, 19, 14. Like, that's just not a little triple-double. 36 points and 19 assists and then 14 rebounds. I mean, he's doing it all. I believe that game did go into overtime, but just amazing numbers. Like, it's really like 19 assists on top of 36 points. Like, he's in every single play almost. I mean, the Mavericks, they have only won 2 games in the bubble. One of their losses was by 2 points. The other one was in OT. So, yeah, like with Luka dropping, you know, numbers like that, I feel like they should be winning more games, but we'll see what happens with them. Let's talk about the Lakers now, real quick. Let's talk about the Lakers. So, as you guys know, the Lakers were my pick to win the finals before the bubble started. At the beginning of the season, I believe I chose the Clippers. But right before the bubble started, I was like, you know what? I'm going to root for the Lakers. Let's choose the Lakers to win. So that was kind of like my playoff team, you know, a team you have like rooting interest for in the playoffs. Just the playoffs. It's not a bandwagon thing. Once next season starts, I'm back in my toxic relationship with the Knicks. But they haven't looked great since their game versus the Clippers. You know, that was their first game in the bubble, and it looked good. You know, I thought after that game versus Utah, they were going to get back in a groove, start winning more games. AD looked great in that game, but they didn't. They've just lost since. And yeah, they did clinch the #1 seed, and you know, things are kind of set for them. It doesn't really matter, I guess. But you do want to see them winning games. You know, you do want to see things working on the court. But I'm not concerned. I'm not really concerned. I think I'm a little surprised, but I'm not like, oh no. Let's see what happens when the playoffs start. If this continues to happen once the playoffs start, then yeah, I'll be concerned. But let's see what happens if playoff LeBron, you know, happens. But I know people were saying if the Trailblazers do get that 8th seed, things could get really interesting. But I think we gotta wait till the playoffs to actually get concerned about the Lakers, if that makes sense. Alright guys, that's all I got for this video. Make sure to drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe. Peace out.